Hi everybody, it's me, Crafty Witch. I'm going to make some sage water, so I thought I'd show you how it's done. So this is like a medium-sized saucepan, and I've got about 3.5 to 4 cups of water in here. And I've got some sage that I've picked and dried, and I'll be making some sage water. So I'll just turn it this way, turn the burner on. Now for water, you can use distilled water if you want. You can use spring water. My Cook on Mushroom just used their well water that they had back in the day. If you have nothing else, you can use tap water if you have to. So then just break this apart. And my burner's smoking. That's so sage water is, oh, sorry for all the noise. It's basically like sage tea is what it is. And so what we do is we typically throw like a handful of sage. I used the small bundle that I had picked and had dried, and we bring it to a boil. Then we turn it down and just let it have like a slow boil until the water turns color. So, let's show you what this looks like. I don't know if you guys can see. So here's the sage, and now this is female sage that I'm using, and this is the sage that grows wild in this area here. And you're basically gonna make like a tea out of it. And if it's sage that you've picked and that you know hasn't been sprayed and that is like clean, you know, not by any major roads or anything like that, then you can even drink this. It's really good if you got colds. But the sage water itself is also used for protection, and I will explain that to you as I'm making this. So we'll just let it soak a little bit as it heats up. So once it boils, like once it turns color, like right now you can see like the water is clear, but it's starting to get a little bit of a tinge to it already. And as the water heats up, it will turn color more. Hey Polly, what are you doing? You want to be on the video? You want to be on the video? Come here. Come here. Come here. It's my son's pit bull. He's a puppy. Guess what? You're going to be famous. You're going to be on YouTube. Oh my god. Who's the happy puppy? Holy shit. Oh, your tail. Oh my god. You're going to be on TV. Holy shit. Okay. Go see Dalton. I get him worked up all the time. It's hilarious. He's such a goofball. Oh shoot, my battery is dying. Well, we're just going to keep filming as much as I can, and if I got to make a part 2 on this, then I will, because I don't have an extra battery pack. Damn it. And I've already started this. Shit. Well, I'm going to try to hustle through this before my camera stops, okay? So you can see the water is already starting to change color. It's starting to look like a very faint kind of tea, like it. That doesn't even look like tea yet, but it's starting to change color. And that's a good thing. You want that to happen. Now the important thing is when you make this sage water, like if you're going to use it for protection, that's great. You should store it in your fridge after it cools off. Put it in a glass jar if you can, with a tight fitting lid, and you can store it in your fridge for a while. We used to make probably a good gallon or 2 of this when my mom was alive, and we'd share it. She'd keep some at her place, I'd keep some at mine. And if it's prepared properly, it will last for a long time. And see how that color is coming, you guys? That's wonderful. That's what you want to see. So after it gets a little bit darker than this, what I'll do is I will take the plant material out and I'll put it in a separate bowl. You do not want to throw this away because it would be considered to be disrespectful to the plant. At least that's how we were raised to do it when we would make this. So you would bury this material, or you would put it out in a place that's considered clean. Oh my god, you guys, you should smell it. It smells amazing. Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision. It smells incredible. But after this gets a little bit darker, then when you drain this, you would take the wet sage leaves and you would put it somewhere where there wouldn't be a lot of like human traffic or anything like that. You don't want to just throw it in your garbage, because it's like, hey, this plant gave its life for you. And like honor it. Don't just throw it in the garbage kind of thing, because you're making a medicine with this, you're making magic with this. So try to show a little bit of respect in that regard. So now it's starting to boil, so now we want to turn it down. I got it turned down to low, and we just want to take it off the heat so it doesn't, we don't want it foaming. So we'll just have it sit here for a wee bit. I'll put it over here for now. See that color? It's gotten darker. That's perfect. And then how you use this would be, once it's cooled off and you've drained all the, like you've strained it, you just put the liquid into like a glass jar, let it cool to room temperature, then store it in your fridge. And if you want to use it for protection or cleansing, you can literally get like a little jar, like a little bottle. My grandmother used to use like a glass drinking bottle with a tight fitting lid, and she'd poke a couple holes in the top of the lid with a nail, and then she would sprinkle it around clockwise around her home. And you do it like, you don't want to do it when it's raining. You do it when it's a nice sunny day, and you sprinkle it clockwise around your home, like around the foundation, and you make sure it goes all the way around your home. And it can touch the foundation, that's fine. Another way you can use it is you can actually add like a cup of it to your bath water if you want to do some cleansing in that regard. So yeah, this is what it looks like. See how nice and dark that is? That is perfect. Whoopsie. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what you want to see. You can drink it, like I said, depending on where you get your sage from. If you don't know and you just buy pre-packaged sage, I do not recommend you drink it unless you know that it is safe to do so, because you don't know if it's been sprayed, you don't know where they've harvested from. But if you've collected it yourself or you've grown it yourself without chemicals like pesticides, that kind of thing, then it is definitely safe to drink. and it's excellent, like I said, for colds. Even holding your head over this would, well, definitely clean the sinuses out, that's for sure. But yeah, that's how you make the sage water. I'm going to end this video here, and then I'll make a part 2. So that's it for now. Ciao. Oops, how do I